So we can't talk about recruiting and hiring without talking about how you pay people. So early stage companies, for the most part, are frugal, and especially if you're bootstrapped and you're trying to conserve cash, how do you put together a job offer that's going to be compelling for the right person who has probably competing offers from some of the big guys who have big, deep pockets? Natalie, do you want to start off that one?
Yeah, I can try it. So what I try to do is I sell the whole package, everything that comes with working at Mile Vision. You know, they do receive a base salary, so we try to remain as competitive as possible, but we'll also do stock options. We offer like pretty comprehensive benefits as well. We have 3 weeks vacation, so we try to cover off all of that, but the thing that I can really sell is the team. The team dynamics and the projects that we get to work on, the challenges they'll get to face, how they'll get to have a voice in our company, compared to maybe the company they're currently working in. So I sell the whole job as a package. I just don't sell the money, because if you just want money, then working at a smaller startup company is not probably for them. So I sell everything all together in one package, and I give it a lot of enthusiasm as well. So that always comes out through the job offer.
I would echo the similar comments in terms of, you know, people who want to join a startup, often the whole thing is that they're not like, oh, I just want to make a lot of money. Because if they wanted to make a lot of money, they could probably go somewhere else, especially if, you know, they're that brilliant. I think the reason why people join startups is fundamentally different than the reasons why people join larger organizations. And so, like Natalie said, it's, you know, having a voice, having themselves matter, and they're not like a, you know, just a cog in a wheel. They're not just a number. They're someone. People know who they are. And so for us, you know, at Enflick, it's the whole package as well. And when people join Enflick, we want you to love the product. We want you to love our vision. We want you to love the team that you potentially, you know, are going to join. We want you to, you know, to get along well with your manager. We want you to, you know, be there every step of the way with us. And, you know, if all those things are there, then I think all the other pieces fall naturally. I mean, I think we all can, you know, say that we do a lot of different pieces of comp packages which are very similar. I mean, the one thing that startups do have that a lot of larger organizations don't have is the ability to compensate for the risks. So if you're bringing in a really heavy hitter, you know, you can give them a huge chunk of options that represents, you know, the company's current state and how much they potentially have to gain from that, right? So in terms of stock options and how much ownership they have of the company. And I think early stage people, that's what they believe in. They really want to make an impact from day one, and they want to say, I was a part of that when it was 3 people, and now it's X, right? And how you've compensated them. You know, yes, people need money to live, you know, and if they have families and all that sort of stuff, and so you need to obviously cover those bases off. And, you know, it is competitive out there, even among startups, so having competitive salaries is definitely important. But like Natalie said, you know, it comes down to who you are, and if they really believe, you know, in the team, the product, and where the company is going, that I think really make the difference. And, you know, you can talk numbers all day and, you know, different packages, but at the end of the day, you know, if people aren't happy with what they're doing or who they're working with, it doesn't matter how much money you give them and what benefits you give them, they're probably just going to go.
Right. Anything to add?
I think this isn't one of those areas where there's an easy, like, just simple answer to the question. I think that it's tough. It's been tough all through the growth of my company, where you meet people and you're talking to them and you think they'll be a great fit, and then salary comes up and they talk about having kids in private school and how much post-tax income they need just to pay for those kids. And all of a sudden you're thinking, I don't know anything about private school. I don't know about this world. I think that the things that have worked well for me in the past, because this is something you have to work around and hopefully, I mean, emphasize things that are great about your company that maybe if you can't pay as well as the next company. And some of the things that have worked really well for us is one, I remember when I started the company and we were interviewing really senior people, I had this instinct to try to hide our office. Our office used to be about the size of this whole platform right here, and it was this size, but we also did all of our software development, but all of our shipping and packaging out of the same space. So there was a wall over there where we'd package, and then on the other wall. And there were no blinds on the window, so it would get really hot and it would be like kind of sweaty, and it wasn't like the greatest work environment in the world. And so my feeling was I should hide this and take people to Starbucks and never show them the office until they accept the offer. But I realized that the important thing to do is the exact opposite. And a lot of the people we've hired today, one of the most senior, talented people that we hired, we showed them our grungy, simple office. And she told me after, she said, one of the reasons why I joined the company was, at my company, when we needed to take photos of products, we'd have to hire a photo studio, and it would cost $300. At well.ca, we just set up a fabric tent that we made using like old pieces of fabric and lights, like just industrial lights that we bought at Canadian Tire. And we just took pictures using like a $10 box that would have cost them $1,000. And to her, that was appealing. It represented the loss of bureaucracy and the overcomplications of things that happen in big companies. And so I think, the important thing to do is to be not embarrassed about where you are and what you can offer, and find people that are attracted to that. And unfortunately, sometimes you lose people because they have many children who go to private school.